Hey everybody, Manny, welcome back to my channel, SoCal Shave. So we're gonna get into a little bit of some of the stuff that I picked up at this recent, not necessarily a meetup, but we had a little get together over at West Coast Shaving. Abraham had contacted a few of us and asked us if we wanted to show up, and have a little sit down and greeting meet with Mark from Sharpologist, as many of you guys will know him, or Mantic59 on YouTube. So he showed up to West Coast Shaving. He was gonna do a little bit of a sit down and walk around and tour for his videos and stuff like that. And we were asked if we wanted to show up, to participate. So we did. There was a few of us who showed up. It was me. Don't remember all the names, so forgive me. It was me. Uh, Eric, Ken Surfs, Coyote Dave, um, uh, Abraham obviously was there. So many guys. There were so many guys there. Some actual guys that were there for, the last few times I was there. So it was pretty cool. Really, really nice turnout. I'm gonna go ahead and share some footage with you guys here of the group that was there, and also show you a bunch of pictures of stuff that I enjoyed that I want to pick up. Took pictures of that stuff, and I'll share that with you guys, as well as some of the stuff that I picked up at the PIF table. I was called over by Ken Serves, and he had explained, hey, there was some stuff on the PIF table. Abraham was handing out some stuff to my wife. My wife said, go ahead and grab some stuff, is what Abraham had explained to her. So I went over and grabbed some stuff. There was a lot of things there. So many things that were picked up by other wet shavers. Unfortunately, I showed up a little bit late. I had something to take care of, and I actually had to cut out early because I had a family gathering that I promised I'd be at. So the guys actually, after the meet and greet, went over to the Korean barbecue just down the road, which I love. I've shared some pictures with you guys before. The one where the grill's in the middle of the table and you grill your own food. Fantastic, fantastic place. Pretty bummed I couldn't sit down with the rest of the guys, but I had something I had to get to, and I promised that I'd be there. So I cut out early. So I don't know exactly what else was being done over at West Coast Shaving because I cut out early, like I said. So I'm going to share some pictures of the stuff that I also picked up, and I'll go ahead and show you guys now. This is, let me see, where do I start? Trying to see where I'm gonna start. You know what? Let's just start here. So all this stuff has been washed out and cleaned out, and to the best of my ability to do so. And been wanting this since I picked up the sample some time ago over at the Groomatorium, and I picked up Chiseled Face. This is Sherlock, a fantastic, fantastic scent. Really dig this. Rinsed it out, and there you guys go. It's a bit creamy when I started, warming it up with my finger, covering up the spots after I rinsed it out, and it just smells fantastic. It's practically a new tub. Most of their tubs are practically the same in height, in filling right here. So fantastic. Someone didn't like it, didn't enjoy it. I really love the scent, and I will enjoy this scent. So I actually have to let that sit on the side with the cap open because I need to re-cure again, because by me rubbing my finger on it to smooth out the edges so water doesn't get in it, it softened up the soap. So next one, really, really like this scent. Really been wanting to get into this actual artisan, and I'm super stoked that I picked it up and that it was there. And this is Magnum 1912 excuse me, 1912 by Wickham Soaps. Fantastic, fantastic scent. Really dig this. There is the ingredient list here on the back, and this is also a practically new tub. Same thing with the other one, smooth out the edges, but this one is an actual harder tub of soap. This one's already rinsed out, washed out, and has been drying for some time already. The other one, the Chiseled Face, I actually smoothed it out today for the video. And with that, they also had some samples, and if I'm not mistaken, Oh no, it's not. Excuse me. I thought it was. No. I thought this was the same bomb. These were samples. This is Classic 24. From what I understand, this is the Creed Adventist take. I'm almost positive that's the Creed Adventist take. Um, then they had Russian leather. And the next one they had Shamrock tweed. Fantastic scent. Can't wait to use that in the future. Um, they also had, I've been wanting to try this for the longest time, just so I could have something with menthol that wouldn't affect any of the scent of the soaps. I don't feel like I have a complete shave without a burn, and I don't feel I have a complete shave without an aftershave. I gotta have an aftershave or an alcoholic. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't feel like my shave is complete. It sounds pretty weird. A lot of people would think alcohol. You know, why would it not feel complete without alcohol? That's just me. I love the sting. I love the burn. I don't know. I can't explain it. But I've been wanting to try this, and this was on the pivot table. Fine snake bite. Smells fantastic. I guess, right? It just smells like menthol. Alcohol and menthol. I love it. I dig it. I still think it's a great scent, even though it's no scent at all, I guess. Um, Also, I'll save the best for last. I also picked up and rinsed out and kind of broke them in a little bit more. I think this one was new. I didn't see any debris. It didn't smell like soap. I don't know for sure. But I picked up the Yaki Boar Knot and I broke it in nicely. It did not look like this at all when I first when I first received it or picked it up, excuse me. And this is the Yaki Professional 24. Um, so beautiful knot. It's I think it's the softest boar I have in my den. It broke in really quick. I was really surprised. I can't wait to see how it splays out and blooms out and to see what it feels like. And you know what? I'm actually going to use this today because I actually have this one. I don't know. Um, I'll see. You guys will see. But I also, you know what? Here. I had this blooming because this was going to be the one I was going to use today. I picked this one up here too, the Samoa. I don't know the name or numbers of the Samoa or the Yaki, but I broke this one in really nicely. It was really, really scruffy when I first got it, practically new. I'm guessing the person who had this just didn't dig it. It was too scruffy. They may have used it a few times. It was used. You could tell by the soap and residue that was in it, but I cleaned it out really nicely. Stropped it quite a few times. Ran it across my, soaked it in hot water with Dawn, just up until the where the band is at. Rinsed it out really, really well, intensely well. Then I ran it over my Phoenix shaving soap and stropped it a few times, and yeah, it broke in really nicely. It didn't look like that when I first got it, but you know what? I'm gonna use this after all. I'm gonna put this back in my mug. I was planning to use the Yaki, but let's just go with that. Now this one here, I picked up also. This is a West Coast shaving, but the knot fell out. Don't know if that's why they put it down. The knot wasn't out when I got it. It was complete, but when I started washing it out with no pressure at all, the knot fell out. Which doesn't matter because all you gotta do is epoxy it back in, and fantastic. What a humongous! You guys can see this freaking knot. It is huge. It is a huge, huge knot. Look at that, to the size of my hand. Freaking huge, huge knot. If I take the knot out here, look at the size of that bloom. Super densely packed. Really, really packed. Super soft. It feels like it's gonna start to hook. So I'm pretty stoked to get this back in its handle. And there you go. That's the West Coast shaving brush. You're always going to have an odd one out. They're never always going to be perfect. So super stoked with that. I can't wait to get into that knot. Now, this is, like I said, I saved the best for last. This was a surprise to all of us, the guys who showed up. This certain artisan handed over some prototype soaps for us to try, and they handed them out at the meetup. So super stoked. Doesn't have any information on it, no scent, if it's vegan, if it's tallow, if it's what kind of fat, this, that, and the other. We have no information on it. We just got scents. We pick out the scents, and all it has is a question mark and numbers 1 through 6. So there's 6 scents. You pick the scent you like, do a review on it, and get back to the artisan. And this is Oleo Soapworks. So I got the number 3 scent. There's the question mark with different, the different color theme there. I guess just stating, just multiple scents and fragrances and this, that, and the other. Just fantastic. If you can see on the back, Oleo Soapworks prototype. So this smells fantastic, and judging by the scent of this, it smells very familiar to a scent I smelled before. We were not given any information. They were instructed not to give us any information, but this smells something similar to, I don't know if it's called Chanel Blue or Blue de Chanel. I could be mixing them up because there's different artisans who make dupes of dupes and so on and so forth. But I think it's Chanel Blue or Blue de Chanel. That's what I get from it. It smells freaking awesome. There's another soap also. Who was it? Wakeham's. Matter of fact, I think it was Wakeham's that made one that's Chanel Blue or Blue de Chanel that they made for West Coast shaving. It kind of smells familiar. I smelled some other soaps. It smells freaking awesome. It is a soft soap, never used. It's a medium soft. You can see that. Really, really, really awesome. Very strong scent. I say about a 7, close to an 8, 7 to 8. It depends on when I use it. It could open up a whole lot more. So just got out the shower, gonna have a shave here in a little bit. Just wanted to share this with you guys, and that's it, guys. Stay tuned after the video. I'm gonna go ahead and post some photos of the little tour that we had there and stuff that I liked and people who were there. And so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me, guys. Stay tuned to the end of the video so you guys can see that, and I will catch you guys on the shave coming up here later.